All right, boys and girls, time to set up an autoresponder now. We are on the porch with the big dogs, so to speak. And I'm going to show you first. I use a couple of different autoresponders for various reasons. And I even suggest, well, you don't have to do it right now, but as you get bigger, then as your empire grows and the things that you start doing, you'll probably even have a couple of accounts at the different autoresponders. But here's getresponse.com, and I'll let you just think about what the possible reasons would be for having different accounts. But here's getresponse.com. A great one that I use, allows you some flexibility that is very nice. And I also use Aweber. We're going to use one of my Aweber accounts right now. And basically, the whole thing is here. First off, what we would have had to have done, and this is kind of behind the scenes because it's so easy, is just go out and make some kind of report, like, a 10-page ebook, some kind of thing. And I happen to have created this already. Here on my desktop is a How to Buy a Guitar and Not Get Ripped Off PDF. This is a report that I actually did do myself. It took me not, a whole bunch of time. On my server, I'm going to go ahead and right-click over here and do Create Directory. And we're going to call this Free Report. That folder just called Free Report. Now watch this. Here is the clincher that a lot of people get confused on with this kind of stuff. I'm going to make sure I double-click inside that free report. See, up here we've got our folders, and here we've got the contents of the folder. So when I click on this up here, I'm at the root of my site. I want to go inside that folder. So I can either click here, or I can double-click there and go right to it. But you want to make sure that you're inside the folder. Then we just take that PDF, drag it over here. So what we have got now is howtoplayguitarlessons.com/free report/ how to buy a guitar and not get ripped off. Now what I'm going to do is copy URL to clipboard. And let's open up Notepad just so I don't lose anything here. And we're going to fix this up a little bit. All we really need is that part right there. Okay, so it would be http://www.howtoplayguitarlessons.com/free report/ how to buy a guitar and not get ripped off.pdf. Great. So we've got that. That being said, we go to our autoresponder. I'm going to go to My Lists, and we're going to create a new list. And we're going to call this list Guitar Guide and see if that is available. Okay, it's not. Surprise, surprise. That means somebody else has already grabbed that. That's okay. I will do guitar_guide. Let's see if that'll work. Okay, that is available, and that's all that I need. And we'll call this Buy Guitar List. Okay. Now you can put your company information here. You can just, it doesn't really matter what you put there. But for the URL, howtoplayguitarlessons.com. Listen to me. I started this at noon, and to be honest, my wife just came home about an hour ago and needed me to help her unload some stuff, so I'm just getting back to this. So I'm at 4.5 hours, even though I took an hour break, and I'm explaining all of this step by step. I forgot to put the HTTP. Very, very important. They're very picky about that kind of stuff. Okay, fantastic. Now let's go to Messages and do Follow-up. Add a new follow-up message. This is going to be message number 1. And here's the way this works. It's a piece of cake, really. Let's close this thing right here because I don't need to be babysit about this. come up with a nice subject, and you want to make sure that it's something, that they're going to be able to tell that this is their, what they were looking for. So I'm just going to do, hey, and then watch this. You go personalize, first name fix, and comma, here's your guitar buying guide. And I'll put a little exclamation. That first name fix, what it does is whatever their name is that they entered when they went there, it's going to insert that here. So if their name's Bob, it's going to say, hey, Bob, here's your guitar buying guide. Really great, right? Now all I got to do is the same thing. Hi there, and I'll insert first name fix. Hi there, Bob. It's Michael Jones from howtoplayguitarlessons.com. Here's your guitar buying guide. Whatever. You don't have to. You just write something nice. You make sure that you deliver it. For example, I'm not going to make you watch me redo this whole letter. I will go back and probably do it nicer, but let's grab the URL. I'll copy that, and I'm going to deliver that in the email. Okay, there we go. Now, since we're doing, let me undo that. Since we're going to do HTML, click here to get your guide. Or actually, I'll just say download. That's a more descriptive word. To download your guide. Okay, so there we go. We highlight that text. Click this little link button right here. And now for URL, we just paste that in there. Click Insert. And there we go. And what we're going to do after this, obviously, this is just like a temporary thing. It's just so that you've got it set up so that you've got all your pieces in place, right? Here we'd have some more text. And then at the bottom, this is the clincher. You want to kind of casually do this. This is where you would put a link to an affiliate offer. Okay, you do it in a very casual way, like you're being a friend and recommending something. That's it. But you're going to see me actually update this later on, so I'm not going to fool with doing it right now. If you want to make sure that most of your emails get delivered, it's a good practice to do a regular plain text version. So, whoops, I must not have, let me paste that there again. I must not have copied this. Copy and paste. And then this part right here, where the stuff is in blue, you want to make sure that your text doesn't go past that because it won't word wrap automatically. And some of these people, what the whole purpose of this is some people they only receive plain text messages. They don't do HTML. So if you send this, it's going to look all screwy to them. So you want to have another version just in case they don't. So here's where we would grab. You don't need to do any of that fancy stuff. Just put the link with some supporting text there to let them know. Click this link to download your free report. Okay, that's good enough. And then we're going to come back and we're going to fix all this stuff up. But for now, we're just going to click Save. And what this is going to give us now is we've got our list. We have got the first message that's going to be sent out once somebody subscribes. Granted, the message doesn't look pretty. We're going to fix that up. But right now, you just go and you just do a temporary thing so that it's there. We can always go back and we can fix this. Then you're going to go to Web Forms. You're going to create a web form and give it a name. It doesn't have to be anything, big because it's only going to show to you. Free guitar buying report. we will do inline because it's going to be in a web page. For the thank you page, you can either send them to Awebers or you can send them to another site. You can send them to your own custom thank you page. I'm going to go ahead and send them to Aweber for right now. Later on, I'm going to make a page that basically is guitar reviews and affiliate offers and all that kind of stuff, and that's where I'm going to send them for my thank you page. Okay, but that comes later on. Already subscribed. Ad tracking if you want. You can put something in there for example, let's do here. Free guitar buying report blogger. Then here, I'm going to put blogger. Let's do blogger 1 in case I have multiple posts there. And I don't really want to do anything fancy to this. I just want name and email address. I don't need a header or anything like that, so I'm just going to leave it. The only thing I will do is change that submit. Submit's kind of lame. So let's do send me my free report. A little more active sounding. And that's it. We're not going to do anything with it right now. It's just created. We can go back in there and we can change it and do whatever we want. The reason that I gave this a descriptive name is because now I could have several opt-ins that all point to that one list. And I want to be able to just look at the name here and differentiate them. Now they're asking this, we need to customize our verification message. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And I'll show you what is involved there. Whenever somebody signs up, they're going to get a verification message. That way, it's called verified opt-in. That way, somebody comes to your site, they fill out their name and email address. First thing before they get anything from you, an email goes out and they have to verify that they did opt in. So then you want to give them something to let them know, you're going to have to confirm this. Typically, honestly, I don't like this. I turn it off. But if you want, you can go in there. You can edit this. Just click, edit a subject, edit this introduction right here. Make it real personal. You can't change any of this stuff. And then just your own custom closing. I'm going to turn confirmed opt-in off. Now, the way that they word this is they try to tell you that confirmed opt-in is required. But it's only required to ensure that only people that are, that requested it are on your list. I'm not going to try to dump people on this list unless they try to get themselves on there. So I'm not really worried about that. Okay, so at this point, we've got our list. We've got our custom message here. We've got our first message, and we've got our web form. In the first message, it's going to deliver the product. Going to deliver whatever that free report was. Maybe it's an audio that you're doing. It doesn't really matter. And most of these autoresponders, whether you use GetResponse or even, if it's the one that comes with one shopping cart, stuff like that, they all work basically the same way. What we're going to do in the next module is go over some die-hard copywriting skills and techniques so that you have an opportunity to come back. You're going to go to your website, you're going to be creating articles, all this kind of stuff, and you want to know how to engage people and draw them in, compel them to do what you want, and that's copywriting. We're going to take a look at it next.